Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I'm LJ if you're new to my channel. So finally I'm back with another video. I haven't filmed a tutorial in a while because I was redecorating my beauty room and I'm almost done. I finally have my background now. Now I can film a tutorial. It's been a while, so I'm a little bit nervous, but I don't know why. It feels like my first day at work because I haven't filmed in like 3 or 4 weeks and I'm just like, I don't know. I'm kind of nervous a little bit, but I'm back with another video. I'm so excited to be back and I just love my new beauty room. I'm so excited to get done with my beauty room. I'm going to do a beauty room tour on this channel very soon because I've gotten a lot of requests to do that video. So I'll also be filming that video very soon. So look out for that. Today's video is going to be a get to know me video. This video is also highly requested. So I'm just basically going to be doing my makeup while sitting down and chatting with you guys. I'm going to give you guys like a rundown of who I am, you know, where I come from, because I feel like a lot of people don't know. And I feel like a lot of you guys don't know that I have a lifestyle channel, okay? I'm gonna leave that link down below if you don't follow me on my lifestyle channel. I do a lot of like vlog content. I have like an apartment tour there. I feel like that within that channel, you kind of like get to know me a little bit more and like more so like what I do daily. Today's video, I just want to basically give you guys all the details about who LJ is and what I do, who I am, and all that stuff, okay? Okay, seriously, let's take this serious. That's what I'll be doing in this video, so if you're interested, you already know what to do. Keep on watching.
LJ, welcome to a channel where it's popping. Welcome to a YouTube.
Alright, so all the products I'll be using in today's video will be left in the description box. I'm not going to be like talking about the products I'm using at the same time talking because I'm not the biggest multitasker. Like, I suck at multitasking. So I'm going to start off with like the basics of like who I am and where I come from, like my upbringing and all that stuff. And then answer some of the questions that you guys had. I did ask you guys to ask me a few questions because I was doing a get to know me video, and some of you guys asked me a few questions that I'm going to also be answering. So who is LJ? So my real actual legal name is Lisa Joy, and I was born and raised in Nairobi, Kenya. For those of you guys who don't know where that is, it's in Africa, East Africa specifically. I was born and raised there, and I came here to America when I was 11 years old. I can't believe I've lived here for 14 years. It's just crazy to me, but yeah, that's where I was born. I grew up basically like I grew up with like my family, but my mom actually came here when I was about like 6 years old. She came here and basically to just like find a better life for us. She came here to get her education so we can basically like come here with her just so that we can live a better life because we came from the trenches. So I have one sister and she is like 2 years older than me. She also has a YouTube channel. I'm gonna leave it down below because she also does makeup, and we grew up together basically all our lives. Like, I'm really close with my sister. Like, I talk to her every day. There's no day that I would go without like texting her or even talking to her on the phone and stuff like that. And I also grew up with like my dad when I was in Kenya, and then the three of us came here to live with my mom. So growing up in Kenya was crazy. I feel like I had the best childhood though, because I got to experience just being a kid. Like, I don't know if that makes sense, but like I had, you know, like my cousins there and we just used to play all the time. I just feel like my childhood was so good, and if anything, I would go back to being a child again, you know what I'm saying? I'm specifically a Luo in Kenya. I don't know if like any Kenyans are watching me right now or are watching this video, but yeah, I'm a Luo. So basically in Kenya, like there's different tribes, like so many different tribes in Kenya, and I'm specifically a Luo, and the Luo tribe is just basically like, it's like I think like the third largest tribe in Kenya, and some of them are like Sudanese and stuff like that. I don't know the history behind my tribe, okay? Don't judge me. I don't speak the language, but I know a little something. I can speak a little something, but the main language that I speak is Swahili, which is the national language in Kenya. So the national language in Kenya is Swahili and English. So I grew up speaking both languages. So when I already came here to America, I already knew how to speak English. It's just that I had like a really strong accent. And I know a lot of Kenyans have like really strong accents. Growing up in Kenya, I don't really remember much growing up in Kenya. I just remember like going to school. I used to go to a private school in Kenya, and it was like one of the best schools in Kenya. I feel like my mom kind of focused a lot on giving us like the best education we can possibly have. And, you know, I just thank her for that, because I feel like without that, I wouldn't have really like cherished education as much. Even though she left when we were like 6 years old, the fact that she left to kind of like give us a better life, that's like the best thing ever like a mother could do for like her kids, because it's like you're sacrificing something because you know it's going to benefit, you know, your kids in the future. You know what I mean? So even though like I would say like 6-7 years I didn't live with my mom, when I came here I was just kind of like, oh, I'm glad you came here, you know what I'm saying? Just because America has so many opportunities, like so many, like you can do so much in America. There's so many resources, so many opportunities. Like you can live the American dream in America coming from nothing, and that's very hard in Kenya. Like there ain't really that many opportunities in Kenya. So you can go to school in Kenya for all your life basically till like you're 24, and then end up selling tomatoes, you know, on the streets or something like that. That's just how it is, and it's just not a lot of opportunities. There's a lot of corruption going on there. I don't mean to like bash Africa or anything like that, but that's just the reality of it. Like Africa has some good things about it, but in Kenya it's just like, as far as like opportunities, not a lot. So I'm really glad I came here. When I first came here, honestly, I had the worst experience here. I wish I never came here. You know, just moving from like one country to the other country to like another completely different country, it kind of takes away from a child, like especially if you're like really young. I came here when I was 11 years old. It put me in a place where it's like I'm growing as like a kid, and then it's like boom, my environment completely changed. I just feel like I became super quiet. I wasn't really like, well, I was never talkative anyways in the first place. I've just never been a talkative person. I'm very introverted. When I first came here, like I didn't have any friends. I never used to talk to anybody because I was so shy. When I came here, I used to get bullied a lot in school, okay? And I didn't like it because I was just like, this is not what I used to experience in Kenya. I used to have friends, I was talkative, and you know what I mean? But when I came here, I just kind of like, I was just like this girl who was just like always quiet, didn't have friends because I just never made the effort to make friends, and I was just weird, very introverted. So when I came here, I didn't really like it at first. But it took me years for me to adjust to the environment that I was in, for me to even like adjust to people liking me and me talking. I know a lot of people who know me when I was younger, like when I was like in high school, are looking at me now like, wow, I can't believe she's actually like talking. When I went to college, that experience put me in a position where it's like I had to be interactive in order for me to pass, okay? If you guys know, if you go to a PWI and you're studying like a huge major where it's like so many people studying the same major, it's like you have to interact with people. You have to build a group of friends in order for you guys to study together, because you can't study alone. So that just kind of like opened me up to talking more. So when I was in middle school and in high school, I didn't have any friends. I used to eat lunch in the bathroom. Wow, that is crazy. I literally used to take my lunch and go to the bathroom stall and eat it there because I didn't have no friends, and I didn't want to sit by myself and people looking at me like, ha ha, she ain't got no friends, like, you know what I'm saying? Or try to get bullied or anything like that. So that was the girl in high school. That is not the girl right now, obviously, because I'm more talkative now. I interact with people more in a professional level. So I think it's crazy, the transition from like what I was in high school and middle school to what I am now. So I went to college at the age of 17 years old. My major was biological sciences. Very, very hard. I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I passed it, and that's the past. I wanted to be a medical doctor. Obviously that did not happen because I did not go to medical school. Yeah, so I studied biology in college, graduated, and started doing YouTube. So I started my YouTube channel actually in college. The reason why I started my YouTube channel was because I wanted to do something else rather than school. I just felt like there were other opportunities for me out there than me just going to school. Like I always wanted to go to school and everything like that. Like I was always somebody who wanted to get an education, but I didn't know if I wanted to 100% pursue my education. I just felt like there was something out there that I could do, that I love doing, and I could be successful at it. So I am an entrepreneur. I do have a hair business, and I do YouTube and Instagram, and I do like sponsorships and stuff like that. So that's how I really make my income, from those three things. And I did know I wanted to do business, obviously, like have a business, have a brand, something, which it happened. So a lot of people ask me, sis, what do you do? That's exactly what I do. I started my hair business when I was about 21 years old. After college, I knew I did not want to go back to school. Honestly, in the back of my head, I was just like, okay, what now? Like, let me try to find something else to do. So when I was in college, I was, of course, going to school. At the same time, I worked as a CNA for about 3 years. And then after I graduated, I quit because I was like, ain't nobody finna do this for the rest of my life. So when I was in college, I was a CNA. I worked first at home healthcare. Worst experience ever, okay? I was just like, no, I can't do this. I loved taking care of patients, honestly. Like it was never like a job where it's like I wasn't proud of. Okay, I wasn't proud of it. Like, hey guys, I'm a CNA. Like I wasn't proud of that job, but I didn't mind being a CNA. Like right now, obviously I wouldn't want to be a CNA right now, but it wasn't a job where I just looked down on it, because I knew like I had a future. I knew I was going to school studying biology. I'm gonna be a medical doctor or whatever. So I did home health care for about, I think, 1 year. Guys, I hated it. It was like one of the worst jobs. The CNA part of it wasn't one of the worst jobs. It was just the fact that I had to go to random people's houses and take care of random patients. Okay. I hated that because it wasn't even like the patients. It was like the family of the patients that was the worst experience for me, because they would treat you like anything. Like they would talk to you anyhow, treat you like anything, treat you like basically like you're a maid, which is like, okay, I'm not a maid. I'm licensed to do this job, okay? I'm not just like some random person who's coming there to cook and clean and stuff like that. My main patients weren't like old patients. They were patients who couldn't do things for themselves. Sometimes I would take care of like patients who were like kids and stuff with disabilities and stuff, but I honestly felt like that job wasn't for me. Going to people's houses, there's some patients I've taken care of that were amazing. The families were great, but most of the families that I took care of were just not, they were just very disrespectful for me, and they expected me to do so much that is just basically like out of the tasks and the responsibilities a CNA has. Girl, I was like, what? I'm quitting this job. So I quit my home healthcare job, not knowing like what other job I'm gonna have. I'm just glad that I had like my parents there to like financially support me, because I know a lot of people didn't have that. Even like some of my friends in college, like some of my friends didn't have like their parents like financially supporting them. So I'm really glad that I had like my parents like being able to like financially support me. My mom used to always be like, why are you working while going to school? You know, like stop working and focus on school because it's distracting you. You know what I mean? She would be like, if you need money, just ask me, knowing good and well she did not have no money. So yeah, I just quit my job and I was actively looking for another job. The reason why I was working in college was not because I needed the money, but because I wanted to take care of myself. I didn't want to always ask my parents for money. I just wanted to have like money to be able to like take care of myself in case I want to buy something. I don't have to ask them, you know, in case I want to do a little shopping, or maybe I need like some books or something, you know, I'll be able to like pay for it myself. I did that, and then I got a job at a skilled nursing facility. So for those of you guys who don't know, a skilled nursing facility is like a nursing home basically. So I was taking care of like elderly patients at a nursing home. And hold on, I'm gonna do my eyebrows real quick and come back and talk about that. All right, so eyebrows are done. Let's get into this eyeshadow. Okay, so I'm using the ColourPop. This is the RawbeautyKristi eyeshadow palette. Love this palette. I've really been loving this palette. This has to be one of the best collaborations in 2021. Was it 2021 or 2020? That was 2020, never mind. So I'm just gonna go ahead and apply eyeshadow. I hope I can talk while applying eyeshadow, because eyeshadow is one of those things I really need to really focus on. So like I was saying, I used to work at a skilled nursing facility. I worked there for like the rest of the time I was a CNA. So I think it was like 2 years I was working as a skilled nursing facility. So I honestly liked the fact that that job was paying me twice as much as I was getting as a home healthcare nurse. One thing that I really hated about home healthcare nurse is that you're by yourself. So if you're taking care of like an old patient, you can't call nobody for no help. You know what I'm saying? You can't call another CNA like, hey, can you come help me, you know, lift this patient, or can you come help me like put this patient to bed or whatever, or get up the patient. So if you have a really heavy patient and they need to get up, you need to be able to do it yourself. And those are like responsibilities of a CNA, and those are like skills that you need to have, you know. But I just didn't like the fact that I ain't had no help. Man, I was all skin and bones when I was in college. So I'm like, how am I supposed to get these patients up? Most of the patients, I really didn't have to get them up. Most of them could walk, but I did have this one patient where I had to use like a Hoyer lift to lift some of those patients up. Some patients who were like paralyzed and stuff like that. So I started working at the skilled nursing facility, and I liked it so much better because one, it was paying me twice as much as I was getting at the home healthcare facility. And two, you was working with other CNAs, so you can interact with them. It was, I feel like, a better environment for me because it's like I could talk to people while working at the same time. I can ask for help with people, like in case I needed help and stuff. So it was, for me, a better experience. However, the work was a lot, okay? I had about like 12 patients per shift. So I used to only work weekends because obviously I couldn't work during school time because I was like in class morning till evening. So I was only working weekends. So during the weekends, I would wake up like at 6 o'clock in the morning, had to be at work by 7 o'clock. And I would work from like 7 to 3 o'clock and then come back and like study or whatever. Most of the time I would be sleeping, honestly, because I'm tired. So I liked working at the skilled nursing facility. I feel like it was good because I got to gain like some type of like experience, not experience as a CNA, but more so experience as a person. Like I felt like it helped build me as a person. It helped me like become more kind, a little bit softer to the heart. Like I just feel like when I was taking care of the patients, I was like taking care of like my grandparents, because I just wanted to make sure like all the patients were well taken care of and nobody was mistreating them, not cleaning them up. I don't even care if like I come to the shift and the patient is not clean. I'm not gonna be like, oh, the other person was supposed to clean the patient, I'm not gonna clean. No, I'm be like, that's really messed up, that the fact that they didn't take the time to clean this patient, so let me do it, you know? So I feel like that kind of gave me that kind of experience. So I really like that job. It's just that the workload was a lot, guys. Like, it was a lot. Like I felt exhausted. I would have 12 patients per shift, and most of my patients were paralyzed, so you had to like get them up for breakfast and stuff like that. Some of them needed showers and stuff, so you have to like get them up, put them on the shower bed and take them to the shower, let them take a shower and all that stuff. So the workload was a lot, but I was able to do it because guess what? I had my coffee, okay? I used to take coffee every morning literally before going to work, and I was able to manage that for like 2 whole years. I worked as a CNA, and honestly, that job wasn't really a bad job. It just started becoming really, really difficult and hard for me because it was too much. It was getting too much to the point where it's like physically I was not able to do it. I was just exhausted all the time. I was getting more and more patients, and it was exhausting. So the last time I worked there was actually when I graduated college. I was like, there's no point of me working still as a CNA right now. I need to figure out like what I can do to really take care of myself. Like I need to find like something that I need to do other than being a CNA. Like I need to level up. I did my post-bac, and I wanted to get my master's degree, but that didn't happen, okay? I ended up actually starting my hair business, and then everything took off from there. So yeah, that's basically like where I came from, my jobs. I actually used to work other jobs. Like I worked at Subway and I got fired, and then I worked at Food Lion and got fired at Food Lion because I didn't know what I was doing. But I feel like after I got fired from Food Lion, I was like, you know what? I need to find something that actually is beneficial to me, like something that actually pays well, you know? So I got my CNA license. But yeah, that's pretty much the background on where I came from and where I am right now. I got a couple of questions about like where I want to be. So I'm gonna go ahead and talk about those questions. So I'm gonna pull them up. So somebody asked, how did you learn how to do makeup? Also, any advice to beginners? How did I learn to do makeup? So when I was in college, I had a friend, my roommate. She was really into makeup and stuff like that. And I feel like it was kind of like an influence on like her wearing makeup all the time. I was like, oh, I want to also, you know, start wearing makeup and stuff like that. So I started wearing makeup, and then I just like absolutely fell in love with wearing makeup. This was like my first year in college. Now, I used to wear makeup in high school. Did I? I don't think I did, actually, no. So the first time I ever wore makeup was in college. Yeah, I just used to always see her every morning, like getting ready and putting on makeup. I was like, you know what? Let me try this little makeup thing. So I remember one time I went to the mall and I got a whole bunch of makeup stuff. I was just buying anything. I didn't even know what I was buying, but I got a whole bunch of makeup stuff and I used to do my makeup. Now, looking at those pictures, I sucked, okay? I sucked at doing makeup. I don't know what I was doing. I had no business doing makeup, but I thought I looked good. Like, I don't know. Like, I just kept on doing my makeup. So then it got to a point where I became obsessed with makeup. It's kind of like it took off like so quick. Like, I became so more obsessed with makeup than my roommate was, that I was like, ooh, I really want to learn how to do this. I want to learn how to do eyebrows. And I just always used to watch like YouTube tutorials on how to do this and how to do that. And at the time, I really sucked. I started getting better when I used to practice more. And that's why I tell you guys all the time in my tutorials is like, literally practice makes perfect when it comes to makeup. You just have to keep practicing it every single time. Even though you out there looking like a clown, it's only temporary, okay? Only for a few years before you actually really learn how to do your makeup really well. So you just have to keep practicing and practicing, and you get better and better at it. So that is how I started doing makeup, and that is my advice for new beginners, is that you just got to keep practicing. Watch tutorials, in-depth tutorials that tell you how to really do your makeup. And that's why when I make my videos, I try to like go into the details about it, because I want to make sure you guys are understanding what you're doing. Because a lot of tutorials I used to watch when I was starting doing makeup, they never used to tell you like why you should apply concealer on your eyelids before applying eyeshadow. I just used to see people doing it, and then I was like, all right, I'm gonna do that too. So you have to understand why people do certain things when they're doing makeup, because everybody's skin is different and everybody's face shape, everything about everybody's face is different. So you have to understand why you're doing this to your face. Like, okay, why am I putting this type of foundation? Okay, why am I using this kind of primer? How do I contour my nose based on the shape of my nose? You know what I mean? You have to understand those things about like your skin and things like that, because everybody's skin is different. So yeah, so the next question is beauty room tour coming very soon. I cannot wait for you guys to see this beauty room. I have been working on it for, I would say, almost 2 months now. Almost 2 months. So I'm so excited for you guys to see it. I did get some help doing the beauty room, and I think it's coming out beautifully. Like, I'm so excited. I'm so satisfied with how it's coming out so far, and I just feel like it's gonna be like a really comfortable room and work environment that I'm gonna really love, like working every day. The most important thing about like working is you being in an environment that you love. And I feel like this is gonna be like a vibe. What inspired you to start creating YouTube content? What inspired me to start creating YouTube content was watching other YouTubers my age just kind of like doing their own thing, like just sitting there doing their makeup and just talking. And I was just like, that's kind of cool. Like, I want to do that too. Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of the influencers that I watched doing YouTube, they're not on YouTube anymore. But I started by watching Michelle Fan on YouTube. I don't think she does YouTube anymore, but that was like literally the first YouTuber I ever watched do makeup on YouTube. She used to do like Lady Gaga makeup looks and stuff like that. And I was really young when I first used to watch her, but I used to watch her for entertainment purposes. Not like I was like, ooh, I want to do that too. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just didn't have the money to buy like makeup and stuff to do that. Yeah, she is the first YouTuber I ever watched. Who is your favorite YouTube influencer? That's a hard one. Okay. I have a lot, guys. Like, I watch a lot of YouTubers. YouTube is literally my TV. That's all I watch is YouTube. Okay. I have a few YouTube influencers. My main thing that I watch on YouTube that I really love, is kind of weird because I don't think you guys expect this, but I really love watching mukbangs. Like, I had a couple favorite mukbang channels that I really love, but other than mukbangs, I really love watching like a lot of like lifestyle content. So some of like my favorite, I don't have favorites, but I have certain people that I watch. So some of the people that I watch here on YouTube, I watch Nima Tang. I feel like her content is amazing. She is absolutely gorgeous. I admire her skin, honestly. It's so satisfying watching her do her makeup. Like, her skin is just so perfect. I used to think she used to have a filter, but honestly, no. Her skin is so gorgeous. So I really love watching her content. And then I also really love, of course, Jackie Aina. I love her content on Instagram and on YouTube as well. Another YouTuber that I really love watching, that I have been binge watching her videos, is Sydney Black. I love her makeup and history series. I wish she gave us more of that. I be refreshing my YouTube subscription page all the time, trying to see if she uploaded a video, but I love that content, makeup and history. I love her content because she's so articulate when she speaks. She gets like straight to the point. She be making jokes on the side as well. Like, when she does the videos, she also is also funny at the same time. So it's just like so entertaining. It's like you're learning about history, but at the same time it's kind of like you're having fun with it. I love her content, guys. If you haven't checked her out and you love history, you don't even have to love history to watch her videos, honestly. Her videos are entertaining AF, and I just wish she did more of those videos. But I know doing those videos can be very stressful, so I understand that she doesn't upload all the time. So that's one influencer that I'm obsessed with. That's pretty much it as far as influencers that I watch. All right, so the next question is, what is your ultimate goal as an influencer? Create your own skincare line, makeup line. What products would you offer? Okay. What is my ultimate goal as an influencer? So my ultimate goal as an influencer, this might sound very redundant and not making any sense, but my ultimate goal as an influencer is honestly to be actually influential, okay? Any other thing really doesn't matter to me. I just want to serve a purpose in this industry. I don't just want to be, the girl who did makeup on YouTube and then that's pretty much it. You know what I mean? I want to be able to help people. I want to be able to, motivate people and encourage people, or you know what I'm saying? Be actually influential to where I want people to be like, wow, I've learned a lot from her. I've gotten a lot from her. I like when people say wow, this video really helped me. I really like that because it lets me know I've actually fulfilled something. I've actually had a successful video. Even if it's one person who mentions it in one of my videos, wow, I'm really glad you posted this video. It's really helpful. That is my ultimate goal while I'm creating content, is to really be helpful and be actually influential. That is literally my ultimate goal as an influencer. Honestly, I would do anything that God gives me the opportunity to do. If God says, hey, girl, go and do some skincare line or something, whatever it is, I'll do it. You know what I mean? So whatever God has in mind for me. Is really ultimately what I'll do. However, I would really love to have my own makeup line. Like, you know what I mean? Just like all this makeup I'm playing in, imagine me one day like sitting here and being like, this right here is like, you know what I mean? Like that's a dream come true. Like anybody who is obsessed with makeup would want to have their own makeup line because you get to be creative. It's amazing. Just looking at even some YouTubers who have their own makeup line, it's like, wow, like even like a collaboration. Honestly, I feel like that's a goal for me as well, is to have like a major collaboration one day. You know what I mean? To actually say like, hey guys, this is the product I created. It's amazing. It's an amazing feeling to have that. So that would be my ultimate goal. But like in general, as far as like business, is obviously to have a brand where I can say like, this is mine. Whether it's skincare, whether it's makeup, whether it's me selling lashes, which I don't think I would do lashes, but whether it's me selling socks or like pajamas, I don't know, whatever. Whatever I feel like I'm given the opportunity by God to do is exactly what I'm gonna do. Yeah, that is it for this get to know me video. I'm gonna go ahead, do my hair, put on a little outfit to look nice and clean, even though it is 10 o'clock right now. I'm not going anywhere, obviously. But I'm gonna go ahead, fix my hair, put on my outfit, and I'll be back with the final look. All right, guys, so this is the last and final look of this video. So I decided to keep my PJs because I was like, you know what? I'm not going anywhere. What's the point of me changing into something else just to take a shower and put back my PJs on? Like, you know what I mean? So I decided to keep it on because, I mean, it matches the background, so why not? But that is it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope I answered a lot of your questions, and I hope you guys got to know me more in this video. I actually really enjoyed doing this video. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, because I upload here 3 times a week. We're getting content about makeup. Go ahead and subscribe and join the LJ family. Hit the bell so you're always notified of when you upload. But other than that, I will see you guys in my next video.
KLJ, welcome to a channel where it's poppin'. You better subscribe, got it on lock, yeah. Got it on lock, yeah. We need more likes, more views, yeah. You can leave a comment too. Welcome to our YouTube. Welcome to our YouTube.